day. It's going to get up into the 60s. Ooh. It's March 4th. I've got another basketball game. I've never been. It's funny how when you're good, it's like a 9 o'clock game. I'm like, cool, let's go. I don't care when they play it. Play it at 9, 10, 11, 13, 1 o'clock, whatever. I almost said 13.
I'll make sure that that's funny. I'll make sure that I juggle the rest of my schedule. Look, however light or heavy my schedule is, my whole day can be manipulated around adjusting to my game.
The whole day. So I'm jacked about that, man. I'm jacked about Saturday. I'm not moving past this game, but I mean, I'm just looking at the big picture, right?
Don't violate Coach Kelsey's rule. Do not look past.
Oh yeah, no. But even Paul Rogers we had a couple things. There's a lot to get to today between open practice, between Tyler Shucks out here getting some major praise on the football side. We've got all that. Couple names out there in the football, to kind of keep an eye on, look pretty good. I mean, it's day one, so obviously I've already made my mind up on players and who's good, who's not, what we need, what we don't have, where Brom is the man, where we failed in the portal, all that stuff. I got it all.
Day one.
That's all I need. Yeah. Look, that's what you got. If you don't go get another tight end, we're screwed. We're done. The season's over. Like all that stuff.
How could you let our roster down like this?
Right. My man Travis Egan, how about that? Playing a little tight end now.
Okay.
Going to play a little, word on the street is he's going to play a little linebacker and a little tight end.
That works.
Yeah. He's a football player, man. I'm telling y'all, he's a football player. Yeah, so we got that. We've got ranking conversation that we'll probably kick it off with, that I'm really excited about having. And yeah, man, just a bunch of great stuff.
Nikki B in the booth.
They want the boot. Hey boys, I'm not gonna try to say it because I got that guy on YouTube to say it, but it is Fat Tuesday.
That's right.
Happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
How about that?
Come see your boy. I'll have beats. And I'll have earned them, damn it.
Okay.
I'll be at the restaurant tonight.
You're at the restaurant tonight.
At every Lulu location, live music, drink specials, New Orleans food specials, little Mardi Gras action tonight. It's going to be fun at Lulu.
Okay.
All 3 area locations, St. Matt's, Middletown, and Market Street.
But where are you going?
I will be at Market Street.
Okay.
So, and I'll have my hat, my beads, and we're going to have ourselves a good little time.
So bring your
stuff. Am I allowed to flash people?
Yeah. Why not?
Is that like against like
well, I mean,
health code?
It depends. Like your man boobs or
my man boobs.
Okay, I don't think you can.
Yeah, like if Jeanette did it, like that would probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, we're not going full frontal. That's definitely a bad Yelp.
I want to see Jeanette. I can just pull up a picture real quick.
She earns those beads, man, every year. God bless her.
My God, hey, good for you.
So does Cherry.
Yeah, good for you.
I got you.
We're winning at it. We're winning.
Yes,
we're winning at that. Fantastic, man.
Leave that playing in the background a little bit. That's a Mardi Gras mood. Okay, Steve. Number 14.
Well,
by the way, 8150. Sorry about that, Steve. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Number 14, Steve. Let's try it again.
That was great. Yeah, it's like, well, no, seriously. Number 14 from 19. You know what? I should just celebrate it. We got festive music. I should be excited. But then again, I'm like, you did that? Kicking and screaming. You pulled us up there. We bullied our spot up to 14.
Turn it down. Right? Turn it down, Nikki. Turn it down. I feel you, Steve. I feel you.
I want my pound of flesh.
Turn off that damn music and that Mardi Gras music and extract your pound of flesh, Steve.
Yeah, listen. I don't know what changed from 21 wins to 23, but guess what? We were that good 2 weeks ago. We've been that good for the last 2 months. Now, maybe it's just that number that you see now, and you're like, oh, they're a top 15 team.
Which was an early theory of yours.
Yes,
that it was just going to be number centric.
When I take my, of course, we're Louisville, man, so we like to be somebody's against us. We love that. We like being we got to fight. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this really quick, and you get right back to it. Mm-hmm. What is the exact number of the one game we've lost against Atlanta? What we are something for the last how many? Just so I can say the right number.
Oh, I'd have to pull up the schedule. Since Atlanta.
I just figured. No. Since Kentucky.
Oh, since Kentucky?
Yes.
We have to be. Oh man. Oh, I mean,
please, I don't want to keep on saying it wrong. I don't want to keep guessing. I want to say the number the right way.
We've played 16 conference games. So 16 conference games plus you add in EKU.
Okay.
So 17-1 since Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because we're 16-2, right? Right now.
In conference.
So 16-2 in conference, and we beat EKU in there too. So
okay, so 17-1.
17-1 since December 12th, 13th, 14th.
17-1 in your last 18 games. And we've played some good. Listen, 17-1. If you're in Gonzaga, if you're in a West Coast conference or something, 17 out of the last 18. Thank you, Anthony. That's a better way to say it. 17 out of the last 18. And we're talking about some serious blowouts here. Not just you have a good record in conference. We're talking about some major scores. A couple of them, if you watched any kind of basketball, you might have seen a 22-point game get cut to 13 as a officiating joke at the end of the game. But if you're watching any basketball, condensed version or not, you've seen the scores, and at condensed versions are, even if you're watching the condensed versions, you're watching it and saying, oh man, Louisville's 76-49. Like you've seen the bucket that Louisville's at a 28-point lead right here. Like you've at least 1 point of that condensed version saw how Louisville has had these huge advantages on these teams. So big time scoring production on a lot of these on so many of these games. That is where you also want your pound of flesh retroactively.
Yeah.
I mean, if you agree.
Yeah. No, I do 100%. And that's where it's like, man, like I should just come on here today and I should just do, man, I'm glad we're 14th. I'm glad we're, but I'm like, no, I want more than that. I've had to play every single game for the last 18, knowing that if I lose one, you're going to kick me completely out of the top 25. And you're going to now granted, now I think we're finally in a spot where it's like, okay, now you lose, you fall to 20, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think we've gotten there. I don't want to test that theory because God knows you end up losing a cow or something. They'll be like, you're 47th all of a sudden. but I've had to play games knowing, well, I mean, if Louisville loses this game, they probably fall a seed line and they're out of the rankings. I mean, we were 21st in the country, lost one game at Atlanta against a hot Georgia Tech team who had just gotten healthy.
Completely evicted.
And we had a loss coming. Like, I keep saying it all the time. I lose no sleep over Georgia Tech.
Everybody who's not in the top 5 in the country has a loss coming out of 10 games. Out of 8, an 8-game conference run, a 6-game in conference win streak. When your conference watches you play night in, night out, the scouting is immaculate in any conference. Like I said, 5, 6, 7 games in a row, you got a loss coming. Everybody does. Like I said, outside of just being a juggernaut in your conference. Yes, as far as physical, you have a hot shooting night from your opponent coming. You have a really bad officiating night. You have an illness game or two. You're going to have the flu go through your team in a basketball season. You're going to have a injury that three guys are injured or they're not practicing, but they're going to play. For you to get through 18 games and have a conference showing up, like if it's any ACC respect on that, or you feel like it's personal, you feel like you're just having a personal beef with the ranking system. But here's the thing, Steve. You get your exhale out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get your exhale, you get your that's screwed up, blah blah blah, and then you say, why now?
Mm-hmm.
Why now if it's not just the number you were looking for, the record of wins? And I got a couple of reasons, Steve.
Oh.
I got a couple of reasons that they chose now to do it. Now I agree with you. We bullied our way into this spot. We bullied. Mm-hmm. We left them no chance. And when I say bully, or when you say bully, I agree with you, bully. When you bully, that means it's like almost cancel culture. We're going to cancel culture the ranking system if you don't put us in there. We're going to make everybody, we're going to call your bosses, we're going to call all the people, your customers, and we're going to say, hey, if you don't have them, then your whole ranking system is losing credibility fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just I want to carry you. We want to talk to your manager. Who is making these decisions? We're going to move to that. That's one way, right?
The manager.
I want to speak to the manager.
We're not top 15 this week. I want to talk to the manager.
I want to talk to the manager. That's one way to bully your way in the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
We did it in a couple of other ways. First, shout out. We said it yesterday. Shout out to the University of Louisville, Lottie Stockwell, the departments, the marketing department. Steve, that stripe out sent a message to college basketball.
Look good, didn't it?
It did not look good. It sent a message.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell are they doing over there? This is a regular, this is a regular conference game against Pittsburgh. That's not a Carolina Duke. That's not a rivalry game. What's going on there? It makes you do that. No college basketball fan, media, anything. Nobody got through their Saturday and Sunday to Monday and didn't see that stadium striped out like that.
Yeah.
And again, that catches your eye. Then you look at we'll get there. You look at the aesthetics of it, and then you look at the record. So you're kind of like watching. Let's say you just see the red and black stripe out. You say, man, what they got going on? So
and record's been my theory.
Right.
Win number has been my theory the last couple of weeks. When I take my conspiracy off, I go, maybe there's some voters that just look down and they go, dang, Louisville's got 23 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew there would be a threshold number where people would go, God, win a lot of games.
But see, I agree with the logic of that theory, but I also say there has to be something to snatch you by the head and force you to look at this number. Like the detective that pins the criminal's head down to read it, damn it, read it.
Yeah.
I think the stripe out on on people's TV, just across the national radar, makes you read the record. Because you say, what do they have going on? Then you say, oh man, that stripe out's awesome. What do they got going on? Let me go Louisville. What game is this? Louisville?
And they're 19.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll do that.
And they're 19.
So it puts you on the ESPN front page, right? So your front page of scores. But then when I click on it, I go condensed. I look at it, and then I see that record, and I'm like, what the hell's going on there? And again, not that they haven't seen any.
Like they don't even have a point guard on the koozie list.
And then number 2 theory.
Into the good over there.
Once you turn on the video, Steve, if you watch a point guard hit 6 straight threes, and you haven't been watching Chucky Hepburn, you may have heard his name, floated around. Again, once you see this, you're saying, I look stupid. I look stupid that I listen. Somebody told me that it was the SEC and the Big Ten.
Girlfriend looked like a boyfriend.
That's funny. Somebody told me, and I'm talking about national media. I'm talking about voters. Somebody told me that Big Ten, SEC were the only conferences. The media was pushing it. Some government entity from up above, some company has just been forcing this narrative, and I've just been going with it because, like I said, we don't know why we agreed universally, but we just all agreed because SEC has some athletes and they won at the beginning of the year, and some SEC ACC challenges. Not even thinking about some of the matchups might have been misseeded or anything like that, but just for whatever reason, we've spent 20 games. Just stuck to that logic. I turn on the game. Y'all know this dude is this team got this many people averaging so and so and so and so. And this Chucky Hepburn. Look at these Chucky dolls. Who the hell is this guy in the Hannibal Lecter mask? He's leading in dunks? Like, I look stupid. I feel stupid. Now I have to go back. Man. Now you start comparing our record and seeing what Kentucky has done and Kansas has done, and you're like, hey, y'all, listen, I keep getting these Louisville fans in my DM. At first I thought they were just being ridiculous, but I think they're right. I think we need to do some serious adjusting to our, let's talk this out. Look, I know they're Adidas school, and look, there might be some other factors, but like I said, our rankings are going to, people will literally tune out. I'm sure you got other fan bases that are using deflection to say we should be ranked. Y'all don't even have Louisville up there. Other fan bases at this point saying, the Clemson fan base might say that. Like, how are they not up? How are they not up here the same way? Other fan bases probably, getting into the DMs. So you add those 2 theories, and again, those are 2 extra theories. Then here's the third problem, or the third formula, element to the formula. Have you not? How many sensational responses have you gotten from your head coach in every single presser? Every time he jumps on, any podcast, any national media, any ACC network, quick hit or anything like that, he always has something that's like extremely thought-provoking. Like he has a home run comment or quote in almost every single interview. I'm saying almost, just because one time he might have been a little agitated and trying to get out of there quick or something, or tired, but basically something extremely thought-provoking in every single so now you have to admit, man, I did like that one comment, earlier in the year where they said this, and then I heard this, and then the other day I heard this, and this thing is really, it's really clicking on all cylinders. It's like we look stupid if we try to hold, if we have an ACC bias or a Louisville, recency bias, if we're holding them accountable to anything outside of just their play, our credibility is going down the drain. So to me, that's the formula to we've added every element to ensure, national respect. And it kind of, like I said, back to your point, it puts you out of that area of just getting thrown out if you have a bad game. I'm listening.
Well, and I'll tell you what it does too, man, is now you're looking at, if seeds hold, the Friday night of, because, and I say if seeds hold, not just for us. I mean, if Duke beats Carolina, or I'm sorry, if Carolina beats Duke, Louisville's the 1 seed.
In the ACC, in the ACC,
yeah. If Louisville and Clemson win out, which both are projected to win out, and if if Carolina were to beat Duke, Louisville's the 1 seed in the ACC tournament. So things could change. But as it looks like things will go, you're now looking at, for a conference that got poo-pooed on so much, that Friday night could be the number 1 or 2 team in America in Duke playing a pretty bubblicious team in the Final Four. And then the other game is probably going to be like a number 9 Clemson against the number 11 Louisville. It's pretty strong Friday night for a conference that's just garbage. Yeah. Like, that's, and again, I mean, teams, it's funny because I had dinner with Diener and Coach Lieberman last night, and we were talking, and I'm like, it's still crazy though. Like, Clemson could be top 10, and I would much rather play them than get Carolina on that Friday night. Like, I just want no part of that Carolina game.
Just talent wise,
yeah,
or talent and Charlotte.
Just everything. Yeah, like, for one, and part of me is being a little conspiracy theorist there too. I don't want to play Carolina. I want to play Carolina on a Friday. You're in the tournament. Carolina needs to beat you. You want to play that game in Charlotte in the ACC tournament? Feel like that one would be set up pretty well. You better beat the living crap out of them to win that game.
Anything under 22.
Yeah, like, nah. And not saying you would just beat Clemson, but I mean, it would still, I wouldn't want no part of that. But the point being, man, I mean, now you put a Louisville goes from a 19 to a 20 or to a 14. Now the ACC conference has 3 top 15 teams in it. Like, the narrative has to change a touch, because now you're going, and of course, I mean, SEC guys going to 3 in the top 5. Okay, I'm not saying they're as good as the SEC. All right, so go sit down in the corner somewhere. Look, you're almost out of the top 20. Like, who are you?
You peasant.
10 losses. Yeah, you got 10 losses. You're 19th in the. Go sit down somewhere.
How quickly we go into Calvin Candy.
Yeah, you're just hoping you can beat LSU tonight. Like, go sit down somewhere. Yeah.
Better not lose LSU.
It's right.
Better not lose LSU.
Yeah, because then you got to turn around and play Missouri on Saturday. But you get what I'm saying there. I mean, now the whole thing has to change, where you go, okay, well, now they got 3 top 15 teams. Now they've got 4 teams that are right on the bubble. So if I've got 3 top 15 teams and I've got 4 teams that are sitting right around the bubble, maybe 3, because Wake Forest has really been just taking a gigantic piss down their leg over the last couple games. To your point, 3 of your losses are technically going to be the top 15 teams if you're on the bubble. Sure. Yes. I mean, Drew talked about it yesterday a lot, that wins at the bubble. It's a new metric. We're going to see how much it matters. If it matters a lot, it's going to beef up Louisville's schedule or Louisville's resume. That goes back to the Marcus Maben. We may be sitting there going, okay, we're a 6 or a 7, and then 5-seeded Louisville pops up. Which I also kind of agree with Drew on that. I think out of a 5 or a 6, I think I'd rather be a 6. I know it sounds crazy. Stay away from the 1 seed. Okay.
Elaborate,
okay,
please.
You stay away from the 1-seeded side of the bracket, and this year the 1 seeds mean something. The 1 seeds are significantly better than the 2s and the 3s, right?
I agree.
I mean, you've got Houston, you've got Duke. How much did Houston end up winning by last? Did they beat Kansas last night, right? It was pretty significant, I thought. But Houston, Duke, and Auburn are pretty much locked in as 1 seeds, and those 3 are really freaking good. And then they only won by 6, so not terrible. And then, you're going to have either, it looks like maybe Tennessee now in there. So, I mean, it's a big difference. So you stay away from them. 11 seed, 12 seed. I mean, there's a reason it's known as the 12-5 upset, right? Everybody knows that one. You're going to get a McNeese State. You're going to get some of these teams that are just easy enough to overlook, but they're
good enough,
just bad enough that they can, or I'm sorry, they're just bad enough you can overlook them, just good enough that, you're playing a conference champion at that point. You're playing a team that can really play.
They had to bully their conference to get in.
Yeah, right. Okay, now what's the difference in the 3 and the 4 seed? Not much. Not much at all this year, especially. So now when you get that 6 seed, you're going to play an 11, then you're going to get a 3. And listen, 7-10 over 2 happens all the time.
For
like,
let me ask you this: for content purposes, this is not something I'm willing to do. If you went and got it, so everybody who wants some good content, if you were to take last year's bracketology in this week, how much did the bracketologies match up to the actual tournament in your guesstimation?
I mean, I don't think because even Joey Brackets, who's like, he's the guy, he's the main guy, obviously, but I mean, I don't think like his seeds are not overly accurate. I don't believe. I think he's always good at getting the teams in though.
Yes.
But I mean, even him, like, that's impossible to,
Right. But that's my point too.
Right.
Like
that's not the God's honest gospel.
You make your Bible based on bracketology and where you're going to be looking at, and then you say, "Oh, that bracket is completely different."
Right. Yeah. It's not like you've got just the. I mean, again, like I said, this is no shade towards Joe Lenardi or Jerry Palm or any of the bracketologists, but like. They're not going to hit this. I mean, obviously at the top, like, Duke and Auburn are going to be 1 seeds. It's pretty simple. But they're not going to hit the seeds like that. But they usually try to hit the teams that are in, and that's what they're good at. So I mean, no, it's not set in stone.
What do you think you get any movement between, if let's just say you handle your business, Cal and Stanford? Is there no movement for ranking wise with those 2 wins?
I mean, but it would matter probably like what happened ahead of you, Like, I think when you're at 14, they're not afraid to move you up. So if guys teams are going to lose ahead of you. That's why I say I look at Louisville. Louisville's 14. If they beat Cal and they beat Stanford, they'll probably be about 12.
They'll have to.
I'm just assuming 2 teams will lose.
They'll have to
move up to like 12.
My football Stanford.
Right. And it's senior day.
I need basketball to avenge that one.
Yeah.
In an aggressive manner.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to bully the refs too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna have to bully the refs in these last 2?
No. I had to think about it for a second, but I'm like, no, I don't think so. They're both at home. They're going to be good crowds. Louisville's a hot name right now. No, absolutely. Absolutely not.
I'll tell you what, let's get a reset. Take a quick commercial break. It is Marcus Maybe 9th around the bell.
Hi, Card fans. Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
We are right in the heart of winter, so it's time to ask yourself if your heating system can make it to spring. So if you have any issue with your heat, or if you know it's time for a new system, then you need to call DFH Company today. Now until January 31st, when you buy a complete Trane system, receive 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Trane, so call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Hey guys, Mark Ennis here. Is your home too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, or are your energy bills too high? Then it's time to call First Choice Insulation, your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. At First Choice Insulation, they provide top quality insulation solutions to keep your home comfortable year-round. First Choice Insulation has worked on projects like Denny Crum Hall and with some of the largest commercial and residential builders in the region. Whether upgrading your attic or insulating your crawl space, they've got you covered with professional service and the best materials. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation. Stop burning dollars to heat and cool your home. Mention ESPN Louisville for $100 off your next project. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
This is Noah Ellison with Retirement Planning Solutions, your locally owned, independent financial advisory firm. At Retirement Planning Solutions, we strive to help you not only maximize your income, but also minimize your tax burden. It's not just about saving on taxes this year, it's about reducing your lifetime tax bill. Remember, not all money is taxed the same. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Our tailored strategies help you prepare for today and the future. To learn more about Retirement Planning Solutions, call our office at 502-499-5668 or visit us online at retirementplanningsolutions.com to schedule your complimentary consultation.
Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC is an SEC registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC has attained a particular level of skill or ability. Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC is not a legal or accounting firm. Please consult with your legal or tax professional regarding your specific tax situation when determining if any of the mentioned strategies are right for you. Securities offered through Silver Oak Securities Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Retirement Planning Solutions and Silver Oak Securities are not affiliated.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune.
I realized I didn't recognize who that was in the jacket.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co
Brady in the lab, ain't he?
A to Z. NMLS number 225-6125. Each office
been in the lab.
Owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales.
Babu, what you think about this dude?
Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Here he is.
Goomer and Company offers a top-level jewelry buying experience with 2 master jewelers on site to custom create anything you have in mind. I went to Goomer for Ashley's engagement ring, bridal set, earrings, and custom engraved bracelet. The Goomer difference is present in every detail. There was no pressure to buy in Goomer's first-class showroom, and the good people at Goomer and Company were respectful of my budget throughout the process. Visit Goomer and Company at 225 South Hirschburn Parkway, and you'll see the Goomer difference is why Louisvillians have trusted this family-owned and 1971.
There's never been a better time to shop and save for your appliances, so come and visit us today at Chenoweth Appliances. Chenoweth Appliances carries GE refrigerators, GE washers, and GE dryers at the best prices in Kentuckiana. Take advantage of huge savings and rebates all month long. Don't pay more than you have to, so if you're building or remodeling or one of your appliances has seen better days, come in and find what you need. Locally owned Chenoweth on Taylorsville Road in J-Town or ChenowethAppliances.com. If you can't get it anywhere else, get it at Chenoweth.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Your chance to get that rare, hard-to-find luxury timepiece is here at Genesis Diamonds this Friday and Saturday. Genesis is hosting an epic pre-owned luxury Rolex event featuring a stunning new selection of these hard-to-find watches.
They got them listed as 6'3". I don't think 6'3".
Including never-worn fresh models that people wait years for. No waiting lists and no retail games. During this event, you can take advantage of special pricing and up to 60 months zero-interest financing. And listen to this. With the purchase of any luxury pre-owned Rolex at this event, Genesis will give you a pair of 3-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings of the highest quality absolutely free. And if you're already a Rolex owner, bring your old Rolex to trade or meet our buyers on site to receive top dollar for your Rolex. Come see the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches in the state and take advantage of special financing or get a pair of beautiful 3-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings. Yours free this Friday and Saturday and only at Genesis Diamonds, your home for luxury pre-owned Rolexes. See store for details while supplies last.
The fine folks at Lulu Food and Drink want to invite you to the biggest Mardi Gras party in the city. Live music at all 3 locations, St. Matthews, Market Street, and the newest location in Middletown. Jambalaya, gumbo, king cake, plus other Cajun food specials. It ain't Mardi Gras if you don't have a drink in your hand. Hurricanes, Sazeracs, hand grenades, and more. It's an all-day party from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Fat Tuesday, March 4th. Hey, some guy I found on YouTube. How do you say let the good times roll in French?
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Hi, this is Louisville football coach Jeff Brom. You're listening to the home of U of L Athletics, 93.9 The Bill.
Is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi mini split like the one we use in the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Has Brady dropped a little weight, Steve?
I'm sure. You know, I mean, you get around and it's all, you know, there's a lot, you know, when you're traveling the way he is.
Yeah, I saw a little picture of him coaching.
Like, yeah. They're showing up at all kinds of games. Like I mean, you see them everywhere. ACC road games. You got Coach Jeff Brom, Brady Brom sitting right behind the bench. I mean, it's it's fantastic.
Okay, so what direction you headed now?
Well, I mean, you're getting back kind of into it, and it's this time of year, and I know we've been talking a lot of basketball, but I mean, yesterday started spring ball. And you had the first practice of the day or of the year, and they'll have another one today. It's open. It's at 4:00. It's over there at the practice field.
Open practice today at 4:00.
Yeah, it's over there, and you can go out there and how about this? Isaac Brown has changed his number. He's now number 1.
Okay. Isaac Brown has changed his number to number 1. Okay.
And you got Duke Watson still rocking his normal 26, and you've got Kewan Brown still 22. And I mean, that's the beautiful thing about open practices is you go, and football is one of those sports where, like, I mean, listen, nobody knows rosters and things like that. Like, I mean, I keep up with that so heavy, but you still go out there and you're just like, oh yeah, Kewan Brown came back, and
right,
and you see different guys, and you're like, oh yeah, we got that guy.
Yeah, he got in the portal and came back in. It was like,
yeah, or that guy come in. Mason Mims is here now. Brady Allen's back in the or back from the portal. Deuce Adams is there. I mean, it was fun. You see a lot of those dudes, and you're like, and there's some freshmen here already. I mean, Jaleel Skinner come back out of the portal.
Skinner. Happy about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was nice, man. Got to see Miller Moss drop a couple dimes to Colin Lacey, which you're like, yeah, Colin Lacey's back.
Colin Lacey is back.
Yeah,
and it feels like chip on his shoulder, Colin Lacey.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I will say this. You're talking one practice, so be it. They'll probably go. I think you'll absolutely see another receiver and another tight end added after spring ball.
Big name or fit?
I think fit. I mean, you have to you need another piece probably at both positions. And of course, wide receiver, there's always, I mean, when you look down the list, I mean, and you're out there and you see all the guys out there and you see Chris Hughes and you see Akron. I think Bobby Golden come from Akron. I mean, he's out there. TJ McWilliams is a guy who was a highly ranked guy coming out of high school that's there now. And you got JoJo Stones, a year older. Antonio Meeks caught a touchdown in the bowl game against Washington. I mean, so there's other pieces there. So I'm not just saying, yuck to the room.
Yeah, because the room's not empty. You're just saying, you just think, and those rooms can always get better.
Right.
So where will your eyes be drawn to? Like if you just
Miller Moss. Yeah, I mean, he's the quarterback. He's following in the footsteps of Tyler Shuck and Jack Plummer. Jack Plummer, who's in the league now. Tyler Shuck, who, I mean, after the weekend he's having,
how much money did he make himself?
So much. And I mean, you're talking, he's probably going to be one of the first 3 or 4 quarterbacks taken. I mean, he's up there. So, and I mean, when you hear and you start reading the things about Shadur Sanders and how he's really turning off a lot of people and meetings and stuff like that, and which is whatever. I mean,
you're right.
I think he'll go high. I mean, but I mean, maybe there is somebody that's just like, I'd rather have Tyler Shuck. I mean, Cam Ward goes first, and somebody's like, no, I believe in the Shuck kid. I don't want to deal with that. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I mean, it's, of course, I mean, I don't mind the Shadur Sanders stuff. I'm like, dude, he's Deion's kid. Like, I love God.
What did you expect?
What'd you think was going to happen? Yeah, like, I mean, that's what he grew up, he grew up in that.
And he's cold.
His attitude.
And he's cold.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. Like, so his attitude, but I can see where there are probably some
Yeah, but
especially
people
at
NFL
GMs
at high draft spots, though, it's like you'll lose your job though passing on them.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't buy too much of the he'll fall majorly.
Yeah. This is just a Shuck centric thing, though. Yeah, where Shuck goes has nothing to do with Shedeur, in my opinion. Just
no.
I know what you're saying.
Unless it does, if people buy into the narrative that they don't want Shedeur Sanders, and that does happen, and sometimes it can roll downhill and turn into, even a more of a. Now, again, I'm with you. The reason why I don't go down that road very much is I'm kind of like you. I'm like, dude, he was so good that somebody's going to be like, dude, I don't care. We're going to take a shot. Like, I don't care if he's the jackass of the century.
We will make so much money in year one with him.
Yeah. But, if a team that is set.
I mean, even if you hate him or love him, like he's gonna get your ROI. You're like, he'll be worth the investment.
I agree, and like I said, I'm totally with you on that. But say a team like trades back, for instance, or a team in movement, and they're like, well, we don't really want him, but we would take Shuck. So I'm just saying, like the only way they affect each other is if that becomes a downhill snowball narrative on Shedeur.
Like a trade.
I don't think it will, but yeah, or a trade back that people are like, well, I'm not dealing with that. I've got this. I want him, and Shedeur's still on the board, and they want, but it sounds more likely Shuck now, though. The more real conversation I think there is Milroe and Jackson Dart from Ole Miss and some of those guys. I think Shuck's probably jumping some of those.
Who's the guy that they said they had the worst combine in history? Did you see that going around?
No.
The QB. Oh, you haven't seen that? Oh, I should have stopped and got his name. I should have sent it to you. They said one of the quarterbacks had literally the worst combine performance in the history of all combine. It's like, what do you do with that? Especially if you're a good quarterback and you just choke. Just choke. I mean, does it make a team just say, I can't take a chance on him ever? If you choke that bad at the combine.
That bad.
Yeah, I mean,
that bad.
Like just completionless.
Oh yeah, it was okay. Texter's right. It was Howard. I did see that from Ohio State. Will Howard.
Yeah.
Ohio State. Yes, it was. Yep. Texter's right.
What do you do with that?
Right. Yeah, you're just like, yeah. I mean, he won a national title. He had a nice run.
Hey, your career is just over. It's like
it's far fetched.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was saying. So I said it's far fetched, but it'd be amazing to see Tennessee get him at number one, trade back to get him later for the first. Yeah, and he takes over. They're saying Tennessee trade back the. Will Howard. Yeah, Nick just told me in my ear it was Will Howard.
The caller passed it along. So I wanted to pass.
Appreciate it. But yeah, it was. It was one of those where it was like have Tennessee move back and end up pulling him later, and he takes over for
Levis.
Gosh. And then I got the one texter making sure I know that nobody's going to take him over Shedeur Sanders. Like, thank you. Appreciate it.
Because that was the conversation. We thought he would jump into the number one quarterback taken or number two.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, GM still.
I'm not saying that.
Want to keep your job.
I'm not saying somebody would look at those two players and go, "Oh, I'd just rather have him."
Nikki
players.
What
I'm saying is if why do I even got to explain that? Like, I'm saying if there was a trade or something,
maybe they were just trying to be helpful. Just I don't want Steve to look crazy. So
no, because they start with like the Steve stop, like the let me stop you there. I'm gonna educate you a little bit. No one would take Tyler over Sanders.
You could just feel the sarcasm from the in the build up.
Yeah, like, is that right? You don't think so? Crazy.
Rolling along, 93.9 The Bills. Crazy talk.
Got scrap metal? Midwest Metals makes recycling easy. Step 1, bring your scrap metal to any Midwest Metals location. Step 2, we weigh your haul while you relax. Step 3, get paid. It's that simple. We accept copper, aluminum, brass, and lead at all our facilities, as well as steel at our Shelbyville and Lexington locations. For years, Midwest Metal has been serving our community and spreading the word about the importance of recycling. Visit us in Louisville, Shelbyville, or Lexington, or check out mwmcorp.com for more details. Midwest Metals, recycling made simple, cash made easy.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Looking for the perfect place to kick back, relax, and catch the Cards, Cats, or Hoosiers? 1020 Brewery has you covered with their fun, laid-back atmosphere. It's like a sports bar without the sports bar feel. Grab a pint of their refreshing 1020 light beer, dig into their amazing food, and enjoy the games on our multiple big screen TVs with friends. And with college basketball hitting its peak, there's no better place to catch all the action of the conference tournaments and NCAA matchups. So grab your crew and come visit 1020 Brewery in Butchertown or Clarksville, the best best place to cheer, chill, and enjoy the game. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
You work hard to build equity in your home, so why would you give that money to the real estate agents when you sell your home? At Edlin & Edlin, they know you deserve to keep more of that money.
It's a full service offering. The advantage is we don't charge as much, even though you get full service. In the regular world, a realtor says that the commissions are 6%, and what we do is accept 1% as the listing agent and recommend you pay the buyer's agent 2.5%. The average home sale around here is around $300,000, so that's $7,500 more in your pocket at closing.
When Edlin lists your home, it immediately goes on all the places where buyers are looking for a home.
When I put a listing on the MLS, it is automatically shared with all the real estate apps, Zillow, Realtor.com, you name it. So all of that overhead in my business is gone. And what really should happen, prices should go down, the price of real estate services. And that's what we're reflecting in our commission structure.
So visit Edlin.com to start keeping more of your home's equity. That's Edlin.com, EDELEN.com.
If you're like me, you like your bourbon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now I can have it on my wings too. Introducing Wings Own's new Sweet Bourbon Blaze. Sweet Bourbon Blaze combines the sweetness of molasses, a hint of bourbon, and a touch of spice. It's delicious on our boneless, original, and our hand-breaded tenders, but it's only here for a limited time. Order now at wingzone.com to satisfy your bourbon craving. Wingzone.com. You got it.
Follow the leader, ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and the best sports talk. We are ESPN Louisville.
The fine folks at Lulu Food and Drink want to invite you to the biggest Mardi Gras party in the city. Live music at all 3 locations, St. Matthews, Market Street, and the newest location in Middletown. Jambalaya, gumbo, king cake, plus other Cajun food specials. It ain't Mardi Gras if you don't have a drink in your hand. Hurricanes, Sazeracs, hand grenades, and more. It's an all-day party from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Fat Tuesday, March 4th. Hey, some guy I found on YouTube. How do you say let the good times roll in French?
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
It's that good, there's no pizza. Good taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's on your face. It's that good, yes it is, and we deliver it. Taste is fun, yes it is, we guarantee it. Yeah, it's that good, there's no pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
He's on a Diet Coke run at the moment.
Okay. Steve, explain, because I have to listen. I have to ask you that question.
So this coyote comes up and is gonna looks like be a coyote.
A coyote is getting ready to attack his dog, or actually attacks the dog.
Yeah, and he runs out, power slams it, and just starts throwing hands on this coyote, like pins him down, just ground and pound. But it's a caption. From the looks of things, he's been waiting to whoop a coyote. You know what?
I mean,
like, this is the day. This is the day.
That looks like one of those fights that you have in your dream, though, doesn't it,
dude? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
coyote runs up on Chase.
That doesn't look like a coyote, though. Kind of looks like another dog.
It's a bigger dog.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is, though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, no, it could be. I don't know. Yeah, when you look at a coyote, you're like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Like, people don't realize a coyote is just like a malnourished dog most of the time.
Yeah. That could be. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, yeah, I would not let something like that attack my dog for sure.
Would you punch though? Or would you just stomp and kick?
Yeah, I would probably just pick him up and throw him, or whatever. I mean, I think any animal like that would get the point, if you just picked them up as a human being and throw them across the yard, they'd probably be like, oh,
like when a guy hits the kangaroo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not fist fighting a kangaroo, dude. Not doing it.
But did you see that kangaroo's face when he goes up and gives him that one punch to the face? Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, and he looks at him like, you want to do this? Like, okay, we're about like that kangaroo's like, okay, let's fight. Like, let's throw hands.
Yeah, but the kangaroo was like, okay, like, are we doing this?
Yes.
And by
he kind of backs up like, well, excuse me.
And the kangaroo looked to the side like, this must be, are y'all about to jump me or something? Because I know you wouldn't.
He got 2 straws.
You said what?
Nick's he come back with 2 straws like a 4-year-old in his drink.
He was just in the mood for 2 straws.
Yeah, let the record show I tried to buy today and I had cash, God forbid. And Nick was like, I'll just buy them today. I was like, dude, just take my money. Like,
Nick doesn't want to use cash anymore, Steve.
Well, you got last round.
Well, yeah, but you got 2 before that. I was like, okay. I was like, here, man. Listen, I forgot my debit card. I had cash in my car. I was like, here, dude. Like, let me buy some DCs today. And he was like, no, I don't want your cash.
I've gone on the record as being very pro cash before, and I just fell into the trap. Marcus, I apologize.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah, he was like, no, I got my card.
No.
I don't want, you know what he said, Marcus?
I'm
Okay,
listening.
so our sodas are like, what, 6.30 something?
634.
634.
For 2 large Diet Cokes.
2 large sodas.
Yeah, shout out Jimmy John's. But however, our friends over at Jimmy John's here on Cardinal Boulevard, they also hook us up, so it evens out. I mean, there's quite a few times when we go over there, and it just, look, Marcus, it depends on who's there.
I get the point.
Or who's not there.
I get the point.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You know, but we'll come in and they'll be like, I just grab 2. And we know that if they don't, I'm like, okay, I know who's here.
Yeah.
Let's so it works out. So we go ahead. It is ridiculous though. So I gave him $7 and he literally looked at me and was like, well, I don't want to deal with the change. I'll just use my card. I said, just tell him to keep it. I don't care. Throw it in the street for all I care. Like, I'm not
going to harass you over the 70 cent. Or you can use it at the coin. You can use it at the coin laundry.
No, you can't. It is closed. They are gone.
The Stab and Grab is closed too.
Did it close?
Yeah, that's what Blank was telling me yesterday.
Wow.
Well, I mean, Drew read the story.
Well, they're tearing it down.
Yeah, from Business First. They had to get out by the end of the month.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
They're just making, because they found out like within the month. It's like, okay, you're done.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
the store had to get out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like their lease ended February 28th.
Yeah, and they were like, yep, you're done.
Really?
So like they tried to renew their lease in February and they're like,
absolutely not.
Actually, the university bought this, so you guys are out of here. But they're just going to make it a greenery space for now. But they didn't buy it for the price they bought it for to leave it as just a greenery space. But it will, it'll look nicer just, than that. Somebody said they want a video of me picking up a coyote and throwing it. Yeah, right. Me too. Like you missed the story. There was
the video.
A coyote attacks a dog and the guy just comes out and starts like ground and pounding. And I was like, I don't know. I'd probably I would not let him attack my dog, but obviously, like I would probably just launch it, you know,
right.
like
probably just yeet him. Yeah.
Like, and then if he comes back, then it's like, okay, now I'm going to kick you in the face.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm probably going to knock you out.
Yeah.
Now I don't care if you leave this yard.
You're right.
Now you can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like now I tried to throw you out. Now you come back. Now I've got to kill you on this property.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Like I hate that you're right. I hate this is such an intrusive thought, but it's like when you see people losing fights to dogs and getting bit up. It's like, no, you're losing because you're scared of the dog.
Yeah,
and it's like,
kill the dog. And that makes me like I love puppies, but I'm saying like if you're getting viciously attacked or something, like I'm going to end you. Like I'm not going to let you kill me.
I'm not going to let you
just
bite.
Because you're a dog.
Fight, flight, or freeze.
And I love puppies.
Right.
I love my doggies. Like
the torque.
You can find me cuddled up on the couch every night with a golden doodle.
The torque that I should be able, the torque I should be able to generate with my legs should be enough to get you off me. Just the squeeze.
I'm not going to be mauled to death by a dog.
The poundage.
It's not going to happen.
The poundage per square. I am confident in the poundage per square inch I can generate. I'm gonna break something. Yeah. So here's the other problem, Steve. It's just since we're BSing around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you know where I live, but if you did.
Yeah, Texter, sorry, real quick, Marcus. Texter, sorry. The Target, that's what we all thought too. It was supposed to be a Target with student housing above it. Unless you got an updated article. Now, if so, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, pass that along.
And I hope you're right. Because I did hear there was some student housing possibly going over there. So maybe there is still going to be a Target underneath. I just want a Target.
I mean,
I think it'd be cool.
This is capitalism, man. Something's going to make some money there.
We can go buy some stuff. Nick can use either bathroom. Like it's the perfect. It would be the perfect thing across the street. Just think we need a Target. I just feel like it would be good for all. I love Targets. I'm not like a Target boycotter. I'm not a Target boycotter. I'm all for a Target. Like whatever.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I know. I didn't either. It flowed. It flowed. Yeah, it flowed.
It's natural.
I was like, hey, yeah, let's go. We need a Target. Yeah, we need a Target. It'll be fantastic.
Okay, so here's the other problem, Steve.
That's what you got.
If you drive past my house, there's an incline, right? And over the said incline, it just is a perfect nook for law enforcement. And law enforcement this time of day camps up. And law enforcement he got his money up today.
Oh man,
Steve.
Oh, I know.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, don't y'all know this by now? Don't y'all know that he's sitting there every single day and he's getting people over and over and over again every single day?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here watching it. I'm like I said, we're having our conversation, and then of course you feel bad because you're like, I don't know if I'm the cops or the robbers on each individual one. Like sometimes I'm like, hurry up, slow down, like slow down, please. No, I got you. And then sometimes I'm like, get him.
I know. I do feel bad when I see people pass me and like I know the spots, and I'm like, oh, and then I see them pass me and I'm like, yeah, it sucks.
They're gonna get
you're going down.
You're
going down.
You're going down to Chinatown. Okay.
Hey, Pete Thamel just tweeted the ACC Board of Directors has voted to agree to the changes in the financial distribution model that would take steps to basically have Clemson and FSU's lawsuits dropped. So it seems like the ACC is going to stick together. However, they are going to. Now, I'm not as good as Drew and Blankenbaker at going over that stuff, but
or do you not? You just don't care as much.
Yeah, I think it's that. I should probably I'm not knocking it because I should because apparently it's going to be like the distribution is going to be by TV ratings and by different things like that, and it's like, well, hang on now. Let me check to make sure this is okay for me, but it does sound like the ACC is not going anywhere. And honestly, a year ago, I probably wouldn't have put money on that.
You wouldn't have put money on the ACC sticking together?
The ACC was going to stick together. It sounded like, now granted, that grant of rights, man, that thing is ironclad, obviously. But I still thought man, maybe something is going to pop here. But I'm happy that they're sticking together at least. When you look at it, viewership wise right now, Louisville's 5th. A guy did this is ACC Football Brand Initiative viewership share for the past 5 years, excluding COVID year. Okay. Based on Nielsen, he separated it into, he said, you've got the big 3, which is Florida State, Clemson, and Miami. Then you have Georgia Tech, Louisville, Stanford, UNC, are kind of, well, no, Georgia Tech and Louisville are kind of together there at 4 and 5. And then it's a pretty big drop off after that. You got Stanford, UNC, NC State, Pitt. You know, I mean, the bottom 3 is Wake Forest, Boston College. So, I mean, it seems like Louisville will probably, and this is, you got to think, I mean, Louisville in football and basketball weren't tip top over all 5 years, right? Especially on the basketball side.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to think Louisville's going to find themselves. I mean, Georgia Tech, you've got Atlanta, Miami's Miami, Clemson, Florida State are going to generate stupid numbers, especially in football, right? So you got to think you're probably going to be around that 4-5 spot pretty consistently, though. So, I mean, that would be a 6% share. So Florida State would get 15%. Clemson would get 14%. Miami would get 9%. And then Louisville and Georgia Tech would be in the 6 range. Everybody else is below that. You okay with that?
I believe in our program and our viewership will go up.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yeah.
I know what you're saying.
I think when Louisville's good,
yeah.
No, I think when Louisville's good, they're going to now, but you have to almost be willing to say, we're making this deal to basically give Florida State and Clemson more to
ask
them to stay is what you're doing. So I'm assuming that they voted on this. I'm assuming Louisville. Here, and let me go back to this without just flipping conversations every which way. Does this go back to, I think I trust Josh Hurt, right? I think we're to the point. I trust him to make the right decision for Louisville.
I do. Like where to fight and where to hold.
Yeah.
You know,
I think we're there. I think we're there with him.
Yeah.
I believe in him enough to go, okay, 6 compared to 14-15 for Florida State and Clemson. Like, but I trust you know what's right. And again, I do believe Louisville's number will go up.
Yeah, and again, if you believe in your own
but it's not going to be there. It's not going to be there.
What do you mean? It's not going to be at 6?
It's not going to catch Florida State and Clemson. Like you're not going to. Like, they're going to have numbers. And I mean, I think this now makes you go, well, we need to revisit when we play Notre Dame again.
That's my thing too. It's like these things can fluctuate. We just beat Clemson pretty good in football and basketball, and no fan base and viewership is impervious to falling fast. So how often do you revisit this deal, or is it a yearly thing just based on their percentages?
I mean, it's probably that I would have to read. That's one that I think they would have to.
Yeah. See, I'm all with the.
We would have to be a little more knowledgeable on that.
Yes,
part of it,
with these things, all I want to know is the duration, because nothing's permanent. Like what are we learning? We're learning. If you can transfer every year, if coaches can leave every year, if your whole roster is different every year, it's gonna flip. It can flip.
Yeah.
You could go from loser to powerhouse. You can go powerhouse to loser. You don't get to keep the percentage, even if if you're not the powerhouse. Like I said, if it's a temporary fix, but you can revisit quick, fine. If not, I'm like, I don't know about just giving you like program strength and dominance over me.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you trust your own fundraising, if you trust your own, deals you can make, it's like, okay.
Well, I mean, I don't think Louisville's going to suffer in that part of it, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Louisville's going to suffer in the money part of it on their end, like, and their fundraising and stuff like that. So I mean,
so it's just an ego thing. It's just like, I don't like y'all bullies.
But when you look at the distribution from the ACC, I mean, it is kind of like, well, or maybe it's fair. Maybe it's fair. More people watch them. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I mean, because also, if you're Louisville and you're setting up at the 4 and the 5, you're like, I'm not sharing my money with Wake
Boston College.
Boston College,
right?
Like so maybe Louisville, and that's where I say sometimes you don't want to. I don't want to poo-poo something when it's like, well, hang on now, Louisville might actually be coming out like those teams are already making more. Like Louisville might be coming out on top with this, and we don't have to share what we make with those guys. Like so. I don't know. It's one of those things, man. It's when it gets in, I don't claim to know everything about those type of conversations.
It's
definitely interesting. And from the bottom half of it, I mean, or the main takeaway from it is it seems like the ACC is sticking together. So
which was really what you wanted the suit dropped, you wanted to stick together, you wanted to have some a unified front some kind of way. Yeah, before anything gets crazy. I'll tell you what.
You want to go to the phone lines?
Okay, yeah, perfect.
We got Jay, welcome into 93 Down the Ville. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? I'm going to ask about that. I heard y'all talking about the alignment, or not alignment, but the agreement that they had.
Yeah.
Did you say that we're tied with Georgia Tech on that?
Georgia Tech's actually ahead of us.
How is what? So when we talk about this agreement, are we talking about all sports when it comes to viewership, or are we just talking basketball, football? Because when y'all say that, I find it hard to believe that Georgia Tech has better viewership in all sports combined, or even basketball, maybe football with what they got brewing over there. But everything else, I just find it hard to believe that they're ahead of us in the viewership, unless they're doing like some kind of seniority deal since they've been in the conference longer, right?
Well, yeah, and I think it's more. I mean, they are in Atlanta, and you do have a lot of people watch in that area. Like, I mean, even in Louisville. I mean, one of the reasons Louisville's market's so big is because, I mean, Kentucky fans are here. They're gonna hate watch, and I mean, so I think it's just more to do with location for them. I mean, I agree with you. On the surface, it's like, get out of here. I could bring what Louisville brings to the table. But
is it the Atlanta bump? Like just like the full metro.
I think so.
Like it has to play like part of that.
I think it's probably got something to do with Atlanta, Nick.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think.
I could see all that. I was just, if we're talking sports as a whole, men's basketball, women and men football, even baseball. We're doing our thing in track and field when ACC, we're winning some medals in that, and swimming. And I just found it hard to believe that, I know Clemson and Florida State with that whole thing, we just wanted them to stay for the conference's sake. But y'all said Georgia Tech was ahead of us. So I was just like, I find that very interesting. But anyway, I just want to get some clarification. I didn't know, and like y'all said, I definitely don't know anything about those talks. But I thought Georgia Tech being in front of us, very surprising. But
and anyway, this was just over the last 5 years. No, appreciate the call, Jay. Yeah, I appreciate the call. It was also, this was just a guy put this together from the last 5 years. And which, like I said, hasn't been peak Louisville.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the last 5 years. You're skewed the graph pretty well out of 2 years.
What about me saying, I think it's Atlanta and stuff like that, and then Nick, you think they get the Atlanta bump?
Sorry, I was reading the story because I was trying to
hunch that it's
the Atlanta bump. I might have to put that on the mixtape.
Yeah.
You said it right before.
Yeah, I got a hunch it's probably the Atlanta bump.
Sorry, I was skewering scouring through the story for the nuts and bolts of this. It's on ESPN.com if anyone hasn't seen it. Andrea Adelson, David.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's take our last commercial break. Get our last reset on 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, cool 2-minute timed coffee break. Ever considered working at Stronghold instead? We make the Earth's strongest industrial storage right here in Louisville, and we're now hiring for both hourly manufacturing and office roles. You'll get competitive weekly pay, 401k, health and dental benefits, bonuses, and the freedom of working with genuinely not awful people in a seriously impressive environment. Okay, enjoy your coffee. Apply at strong-hold.com/careers.
Main Street is calling your name. Down One Bourbon Bar is ready to be your lunchtime or happy hour destination. Located right next to the KFC Yum Center and one of the hottest spots on the Urban Bourbon Trail, Down One is the perfect place to kick back before the big game or concert. We're here to prove that what tacos can't cure, whiskey will.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
The fine folks at Lulu Food and Drink want to invite you to the biggest Mardi Gras party in the city. Live music at all 3 locations, St. Matthews, Market Street, and the newest location in Middletown. Jambalaya, gumbo, king cake, plus other Cajun food specials. It ain't Mardi Gras if you don't have a drink in your hand. Hurricanes, Sazeracs, hand grenades, and more. It's an all-day party from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Fat Tuesday, March 4th. Hey, some guy I found on YouTube. How do you say let the good times roll in French?
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Your chance to get that rare, hard-to-find luxury timepiece is here at Genesis Diamonds. Hi, this is Eddie Edmoni, VP at Genesis. This Friday and Saturday, Genesis is hosting an epic pre-owned luxury Rolex buy-sell trade event featuring a stunning new selection of these most sought-after watches, Submariners, Daytonas, Pepsi, Batmans, including never-worn fresh models that people wait years for. No waiting list, no retail games. During this event, you can take advantage of special pricing and up to 60 months zero-interest financing. And listen to this. With the purchase of any luxury pre-owned Rolex at this 2-day event, Genesis will give you a pair of 3-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings of the highest quality, absolutely free. And if you are already a Rolex owner, bring your old Rolex to trade or meet our buyers on site to receive top dollar for your Rolex. Come see the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches in Kentucky this Friday and Saturday only at Genesis Diamonds, your home for luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Shelbyville Plaza, see store for details.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today I want to talk about love. Because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at Tri-State Men's Health and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Truly, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Looking for the perfect place to kick back, relax, and catch the Cards, Cats, or Hoosiers? 1020 Brewery has you covered. With their fun, laid-back atmosphere, it's like a sports bar without the sports bar feel. Grab a pint of their refreshing 1020 light beer, dig into their amazing food, and enjoy the games on our multiple big screen TVs with friends. And with college basketball hitting its peak, there's no better place to catch all the action of the conference tournaments and NCAA matchups. So grab your crew and come visit 1020 Brewery in Butchertown or Clarksville, the best place to cheer, chill, and enjoy the game. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
There's never been a better time to shop and save for your appliances, so come and visit us today at Chenoweth Appliances. Chenoweth Appliances carries GE refrigerators, GE washers, and GE dryers at the best prices in Kentuckiana. Take advantage of huge savings and rebates all month long. Don't pay more than you have to, so if you're building or remodeling or one of your appliances is seeing better days, come in and find what you need. Locally owned Chenoweth on Taylorsville Road in J-Town or ChenowethAppliances.com. If you can't get it anywhere else, get it at Chenoweth.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000
Something on
credit.
your mind?
I'll leave you with
Hit
this
us up on the
service,
UPS job text line, 3831
Don't settle for
93.9.
less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Their Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated. Will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Down the stretch, Steve, your basketball team. Rest, rust, sharpness, offense, rededication to the defense. What is the thing that you say we need these last two games and going into the tournament?
Well, I don't think you're going to have to worry. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to have to worry about the rest versus rust because, I mean, you play
the double bye
night, you play Saturday night, you know, and yeah, but I mean, I feel like you're already on that schedule, right? You know, I mean, like you it's kind of like, yeah, no, I'm playing Saturday and then I'm playing Thursday. Like, you know, it's that's a normal, you know.
The reason I asked that is because you know sometimes we watch the team and we, you know how you say, okay, we watch the team and it's like, okay, is Chucky getting tired? You know, it's look, is Terrence Edwards, is the baby keeping him up? You know, like, you know, if we just give up a layup, you start to say, oh, I mean, because you brought it up saying our roster, or I'm sorry, our minutes are shrinking. Our bench is shrinking. Do you think that increases how much rest, like during practices and stuff, you have to get?
Well, yes.
Okay.
And I do think over there, I don't know this, of course. But I think when you view a practice that the guys aren't, your top guys probably aren't doing as much right now. I mean, you know, because I mean, they know, you know where you're at with that, right? Like, I mean, I think you're doing more, the top guys are doing the film and, you know, and I would say practices aren't quite as intense.
So if a shoe comes off, is it in the street right now?
They're probably not going hard enough for shoes to come off right now.
Depends on whose shoe.
Yeah, it depends on whose shoe also.
Coach, if you touch Chucky Hepburn's shoe,
I'm kicking you in the mouth. Somebody's going to punt him, Randy Orton style. He bends over.
Who
pick that up?
Steve, who is above shoes being thrown across the street right now?
Yeah. Everybody in the starting five.
Yeah.
If you're not in the starting five, we're chucking your shoe.
We're still checking the shoe as far as humanly possible. But the other one's like, look, coach will throw the shoe and be like, get him some more shoes.
Let's move it. Or Chucky loses his shoe and he runs over and rips the shoe off one of the walk-ons and throws it. You're like, yeah, that's fair.
Right. Okay. So rest.
By the way,
go ahead.
Real quick, I do got to give my update. With a little juicy little update here. Bracketology
I'm
updated.
listening.
Joe Lenardi moves us up to a 6.
Where did he have us at?
7. Has us playing the winner of Ohio State and Arkansas, and 3-seeded Wisconsin in Milwaukee.
Okay, 6 Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
and who's the matchup?
Arkansas or Ohio State, the winner of that game in the first 4, and Wisconsin would be your second round matchup. I'm okay with it.
Only
if
we win.
Sack of basketballs back there for some reason. Yeah.
You said what?
Only if we win. Well, yeah. Phil, I don't know. Phil, I guess Phil's getting a little. Phil had a couple. I always get excited when Phil has boxes on his desk because it means it's something like promotional. I'm like, oh man, it's pretty cool. But Phil had like a big sack of mini basketball. I don't know what all he's pulling out back there.
Well, go be nosy. Or send somebody to be nosy. Yell down the hall. Phil, what you got? You got anything good? If you do, put it to the side.
I'm actually craving the Canes today, so like I'm ready to throw down on some of that.
What is it? Is it the fries, the bread, the chicken tenders, or the sauce? What is it that's making you?
The chicken tenders.
Just straight up
love
chicken
them.
tendies.
They're
Tendies?
fantastic.
Yeah.
The Canes is good.
You play ahead with the Raising Cane's mobile app.
Let me see if if Jerry Palm updated really quick. He did. Jerry Palm has us as a 7 seed playing San Diego State. Same thing. So he didn't move us at all.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Wisconsin, but playing Wisconsin in Milwaukee.
I can handle that.
Yeah, it's two with the. But yeah, no. To your point though, man. I mean, I just think that's where you're at now. I think you're probably playing games and you're probably mental sweating.
Okay, do they look tired? Listen, and here's the thing. I'm okay with controlling the pace of the game.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, okay, are we intentionally controlling the pace, or are we just a little late season worn down? Or is it, like I said, is it just kind of slowed down execution? Again, either way, I'm okay because they're adults. They're seniors. They've been here before. These guys can play an entire tournament style game from the beginning. But sometimes I just wonder, like, are they intentionally slowing the pace down? Or like I said, it's easy for me to say, okay, a turnover is just kind of late, late season. We're in control of this game. How many times did you ask if Terrence Edwards was staying up with the baby?
Oh, of course. they have human lives, as well.
Right.
I mean, like it's there is a lot of that. I mean, listen, you get into they're in semesters.
That is just the fun of
school,
right? That is the fun of nitpicking when your team's good, though.
Every time Terrence Edwards does something bad, I'm like, Marcus one of them had babies. Well, now they're having babies, and now I got him out here dribbling off his foot.
Yeah, look at he missed that layup.
Yeah, this is baby. Poor baby's getting blamed for everything right now.
He doesn't even know it.
We got somebody on the line really quick.
Okay, let's take that.
We have Johnny from Daytona. Welcome into 939. What's going on, man?
What's up, Steve? What's up, Marcus?
Chilling.
That's it, man.
Hey, right on. Hey, giving a shout out. Going to change the subject a little bit, if that's all right.
Fair enough.
The one and only Adrian Wilder and the Butler Braves, baby. 24-4. They're playing Wednesday night. They've already beaten Fern Creek once this year. They've beaten PLT twice. Adrian Wilder's got to be the most improved player in Jefferson County. He didn't even play last year. He's averaging 15 on a 24-4 Butler Bear team.
Okay.
So a couple wins and going to the state.
Yeah.